So there's a huge reason why every marketer is telling you to niche down as much as possible. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you a few reasons why. So I want to paint a picture for you when it comes to like who you're targeting, okay? So let's say you are targeting a 30-year-old woman who has some children and has a career. That 30-year-old woman who has 2 children and has a career, and she also is interested in health and beauty, okay? She's interested in health and beauty and let's say fashion. We'll throw fashion in there. You hop on Facebook, the Facebook or the Meta ads manager, and you say, this is who I want to target. I want to target somebody between these age ranges, a woman who has these interests and also may have kids and blah, blah, blah. You lay this out. Most people are gonna think, man, you know what? I am good. I targeted who I needed to target, and now all I gotta hit is the publish button. Now here's the reality. This is what's happening behind the scenes. You are targeting this individual or that avatar, that profile, and so are 10,000 other companies all at the same time. Now, Facebook has to determine who gets what attention and when. So it's not just a matter of hitting the publish button on an ad. It's about you getting very creative on who you're targeting and how you're getting in front of them. What images are you putting in front of them to get them to not move their thumb by about an inch or two? What messaging are you putting out there to move them to take some type of call to action? Like, what are you doing to set yourself apart? Now, everyone's strategy is going to be different. So when you're advertising, everyone's strategy is going to be different. There's nothing wrong with going broad across. Well, actually, let me say it differently. There's nothing wrong with going wide, right? Like 1 inch deep, wide. Nothing wrong with that, but you need to make sure that you do enough to be able to retarget and nurture these individuals. If you are going deep, you have to make sure that you're shooting straight. If you've ever heard the quote, great aim, wrong target, it is very true. If you do niche, you gotta make sure that you're doing it the right way. So, I wanna cover a couple points in this video. One of the biggest points that I want to cover first is, if you are going to target, it's important for you to think through who you would impact the most. Who would you impact the most? Think about that person. Who would you impact the most, and in what way would you impact them? I would also like you to think about how they perceive impact versus how they perceive where they're at right now. So think about this, right? Like if you are advertising to someone, there are plenty of situations where you're advertising to someone who don't know that they have a problem that needs to be solved. Henry Ford said it best years ago. He said, if I would have asked people what they needed, they would have told me a faster horse. The same way applies, or the same thing applies to many people who may be looking to start businesses, looking to increase their revenue, looking to increase their reach, looking to expand their social presence, looking to change their brand. I know a bunch of people who do not even think that they have a problem right now. But as an expert, I could say, hey, you know what? You have something that needs to be solved. I just need to meet you where you're at. So you have to think through and advertise in a way that's gonna get their attention, but move them a little bit closer to what message you're looking to convey. And when you advertise, it's important to consider that before you jump in and you start hitting that publish button. Next, when it comes to advertising, you have to think through what that journey looks like for these prospects. Okay, I know a lot of people that when they advertise, it is literally buy or leave, or buy or don't buy, and it's like, you can't treat people like that. You have to put people in your pipeline. Most of the time, people need to see your brand about 5 to 10 times before they even think about buying from you. The only industries that there's some sort of urgency or immediacy to buying is if you're like a criminal defense attorney, or if you are, you got into a crash and you need somebody to call, right? That is like, you need to be in front of everyone else in those cases. But if you're looking to solve someone's business problem, health problem, fashion, something within, something around leisure, entertainment, you need to nurture these relationships by getting in front of them over and over and over. So that first touch when you advertise just needs to make them take one step, and then take the next step, and then take the next step. And you can do that through email marketing. Now, in the video description, I have a link to a program called Emails That Engage. I think that one of the most important things you can do as a business owner is to get people to engage your emails. Not just read it, but to engage in your emails. When they engage, it's as if you're having multiple conversations through some type of automated program. If you would like to learn a little bit more, check out the show notes, and then watch some of the videos that's on that page. Every program that's through this brand is a low risk, no risk opportunity. If you don't like the program, you get your full money back. I'm A-okay with that. I really just want to educate people on, or educate you on how to make the most out of your advertising dollars. All right. So again, going all the way back to the point, when you're targeting, make sure that you're shooting straight, and make sure that you understand that if you are going to go wide, you have to get in front of these individuals a number of times before you can even think that you're going to be able to convert them into an actual customer or client. You have to play the game right. Okay. So again, if you need any help, there's also some other resources in the show notes, or in the video description. Let me know if I can be a resource to you, and I'll see you somewhere in another video on my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm gonna be targeting, I'm targeting primarily coaches, consultants, and creatives. That's it. Coaches, consultants, and creatives. Coaches, it could be life coaches, business coaches, finance coaches, wealth coaches. Anyone who has to engage with their client in order to move them towards some level of success. Consultants, people who are working directly with other organizations or an individual on creating and building something. It could be a business, or it could be an accountant, it could be a business consultant, or it could even be a tech consultant. And lastly, creatives, web designers, marketers, advertisers, branding specialists, as well as graphic artists, photographers, and videographers. All of you have creative work that's being provided to business owners and entrepreneurs and individuals in order for them to increase the value of their business. All right. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Would love to have a discussion with you. All right. Peace.